Good morning, friends. Little overcast today. Storm this morning. Pathway is a little wet, a little damp. But we're getting it in. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you guys are engaging with this. So in a previous video, I talked about supplements for men, and I said that I would come back to that topic in another, sun's trying to come out, awesome, that we would talk about men's supplements and things that I would recommend that all of you use. So supplements is one of those topics that obviously I'm in that part of the industry because I work with a lot of brands, but there's a lot of stuff that's out there that's junk and bunk and worthless and doesn't do much of anything. But then there's stuff out there that can absolutely help you, that it's necessary, needed, required, in my humble opinion. So let's go through them. First one is a multivitamin. Male, female, I don't even care. But since we're talking specifically about men, a multivitamin is the first thing, absolute first thing that you need. Why? Well, look at the American diet. It's junk. If you think you're getting all of your micronutrients, you're absolutely bonkers. You're not. There's no way possible that you're getting it through your diet alone. That said, even those who are super into nutrition, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, have a good variety, they're still not getting all of it in. The amount of food that you would have to eat to take in all the required vitamins and minerals, the volume would be so massive. It's almost like you would be eating 24 hours a day just to get it all in. So the shortcut to that is supplements. Supplement is to supplement your nutrition. So get yourself a good multivitamin and you're off to the races. Off to a good start. Next, protein. Some guys think that they're getting enough protein. That's debatable. I personally recommend something that I do for myself, that I recommend to others as well. Try to get around a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, try and take in 200 grams of protein a day. Now, if you look at that at Whole Foods, chicken, steak, fish, eggs, so on and so forth, that's a fair amount of food that you're gonna have to eat. Not a lot of people are doing that. And if you're only eating 3 meals a day, you're gonna have to eat a ton of protein at each meal just to get that in. I'm not saying you have to start eating 7 meals a day. That whole theory and philosophy came from bodybuilders. You know, guys who are trying to take in 300 plus grams of protein a day. Plus, you're looking at, some bodybuilders are over 5,000 calories a day. Easy. So to get that type of volume in, you have to split it up into a bunch of meals. So 7 works for them. Most people, unrealistic. But protein powder can definitely help you. Best of all, you can get creative with it. So you can add your protein powder to your morning coffee instead of using creamer. You can add like a vanilla protein powder to, let's say you eat oatmeal or cereal in the morning. Put some in there, increase the protein intake. You can mix a little bit of water. Mark Lobliner is known for making sludge. He'll take protein powder, mix a little bit of water in, stir it up to a thick consistency. It turns into almost like a pudding. So find yourself a good protein. I would recommend a high quality protein, something that's primarily an isolate. If it's a blend of like a concentrate, whey protein concentrate, and an isolate, that's fine. Worst case scenario, if you can't find anything, and it's a blend of like a concentrate and casein protein, it is what it is. It'll just be a little bit slower digesting, since casein is a slower digesting protein. But, so we have multivitamin. Number 2 is protein powder. Number 3, D3. Vitamin D3. Obviously, I'm out here in the sun, kind of, sort of, popping in and out. But most people are not getting enough natural vitamin D from the sunlight. Let's face it, we're indoors most of the day. We're a slave to companies. But if you have access to the outdoors over your lunch break, awesome. Sunlight, you can get in some natural vitamin D. Now, it doesn't take much to help increase. They say right around 15 minutes of sunlight a day is sufficient. Personally, on top of that, I like to supplement with vitamin D3. Obviously, it's in your multivitamin, but I also take a D3 supplement, and I recommend it to anyone, including my clients. I mean, you're not going to overdose on D3. That whole thing has been debunked. But obviously, when you look at hormones, vitamin D3 plays a role in testosterone. So guys, getting D3 can help with natural testosterone production. I highly recommend you take it. It's extremely inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. So definitely add vitamin D3 into your supplement regimen. Another thing is fish oil or omega-3s. Again, healthy fats are great for so many things. People seem to demonize fat in general. They're like, oh, well, fat is fat. Nope. Wrong. By taking in something like a fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids, they're good not only for cardiovascular health, but testosterone. It also helps with cholesterol levels. Something that a lot of people don't understand is testosterone and cholesterol go hand in hand, okay? When your testosterone is low, you'll find that your LDL tends to be higher. LDL is the bad cholesterol, HDL being the good cholesterol. So when you're taking in omega-3s and good fatty, healthy fatty acids, you're actually going to increase your good cholesterol and decrease your bad cholesterol. In the whole mix of what's going on in your body, it's also going to help trigger testosterone production naturally, which, again, I don't know how old you are, depending on who's watching this. But guys, at the age of 30, you're going to start to see your testosterone start to dip. It can dip anywhere from 1% to 2% every year, right around the age of 30. So if you think about it, let's just say you're dropping 2% a year from your 30s to your 40s. I mean, right there, man, you're dropping almost 20% of your testosterone. So if you think that you're going to hold on to your muscle mass, you think that you're going to be able to stay lean, man, it's going to be difficult, super difficult. Nutrition is going to have to be super tight. You're going to have to be exercising, doing your cardio, doing your weights, and doing everything that you can to maintain your physique. That said, it'll be a lot easier if you have the right stuff in place, especially with your supplements, supplementing proper nutrition. So we have multivitamin, we have protein powder, we have the omegas that we just talked about, and then we have vitamin D3. So we have those 4 things. If we want to throw an extra in, if you have a little bit extra money, creatine is so essential. Obviously, you can get it through natural foods, through red meat, so on and so forth. But to get a minimum of 5 grams a day through your nutrition, again, is going to be somewhat difficult. So supplementing with the powder. Again, creatine isn't that expensive. You can buy it in a huge, like 500 gram tub. That'll last you a long time. It'll save you money if you can buy it in bulk. I like the powder over the pills. You don't have to get all the fancy creatines. I know that there are plenty of supplement companies out there that are selling CEE, creatine, HCl, all of that stuff. As the research shows, good old creatine monohydrate not only is the least expensive form of creatine out there, but it's the most researched, and it's one that has been proven. Are there non-responders to creatine monohydrate? Yep, but I would recommend you start there first if you've never taken creatine and see how it does. Creatine has so much research behind it in terms of supporting muscle growth, muscle recovery. Research is now even showing how important it is for brain health. So at any age, even if you don't exercise, you could take creatine and get benefits. That's how awesome it is as a supplement. So those would be the 5 if I had to put a handful of supplements out there that I would recommend that everybody take. So just to recap, to close this out: multivitamin, fish oil, vitamin D3, creatine, protein powder. Those would be the 5. That would be a great starting point. Obviously, you can branch out from there. You can get into, the milk thistle for liver health. You can get into the hawthorn berries to help with blood pressure and cardiovascular health. You can get into the saw palmettos for prostate health. I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole and you could find yourself taking, 50 supplements a day if you so choose to do so. But those are the 5 that I would truly recommend that you start first if you're looking to start supplementing your nutrition. But with that being said, hopefully you got something out of it. You learned something today on this little walk and talk episode. If you like this content, please subscribe. Tell your other friends and family, if they're into this type of content, that they should subscribe. Help get the word out. It means a lot. Like the video if you found it helpful, you got value from it. Don't worry about the little bell notification and all that nonsense. I'm not into that. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just trying to get content out and help people. So again, subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Heck, take the link, put it on your social media if you want. But hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm gonna finish out my walk. Finding myself up this gigantic hill, so I'm gonna be huffing and puffing in a little bit. But I'm getting my vitamin D, get my cardio in, and I'm gonna start my day in the office. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.